Black supremacy. With this particular video, I want to talk about how keeping it real and keeping it fake is basically the same thing. There's a very thin line between keeping it real and keeping it fake. With this video, I'll further elaborate on the first video on why black people should stop trying to keep it real and keep it fake. Now, the fact that you have to keep it real shows you that it needs to be kept real, and nothing real actually needs to be kept. So if you have to keep it real, what you're calling real is fake. And when I say keep it fake, I'm still asking you to keep something. I'm still asking you to do the same thing that you were doing with what you call keeping it real, but I'm just telling you now to keep it fake. Now, what's the difference? The idea is keeping reality, maintaining a reality. That's what you're doing. If you're keeping it real, you're maintaining a reality. If you're keeping it fake, you're maintaining a reality. That's what they have in common. But what is commonly known as keeping it real is maintaining a construct that was given to you. Maintaining a reality that you inherited through growing up, that was passed down to you. Something that you was educated about, that it's your job to maintain. It's a construct that doesn't represent your highest vision or highest version of reality, but you consider it to be the truth. You consider it to be the bottom line, the basis of reality, and that's what is your job to keep. So in the earlier video, when I asked you to keep it fake, I was asking you to entertain maintaining another reality outside of the one that you inherited, the one that is destructive, counter your interests, the one that keeps you depressed, the opposite of a utopia, that keeps black people specifically locked into a certain type of condition that they can't get out of. Because whenever we try to venture out or ascend beyond that matrix, somebody comes along and keeps that matrix real again for us. They keep that real. So when I ask you to keep it fake, I'm asking you to now entertain another idea and put your energy and work towards maintaining an alternate reality that might come off fake to you because it is against the consensus definition of what is real or what is reality, even what is truth. What I'm asking you to maintain goes against that consensus, which would be considered fake, because it's more real to reflect or project all of the negatives that destroy our relationships, organization, community, and even our own personal happiness. That's the type of stuff we keep real. We think we're knowing the truth, but we're maintaining a consensus reality of self-sabotage, of negativity, which you could call negativity. We maintain that. So if I'm asking you to keep it fake, I'm saying, look, accept something else, even if it doesn't appear real to you. Go with something else, even if it counters the reality that you know or knew to be true. Take a chance and go with something else. Maintain your thoughts. Maintain your consciousness. Maintain your will to entertain and to enter into a new reality and a new consciousness that will feel fake to you, because all you know is what has been kept real for you. And that is a box. That is a prison. That is repetitive. It's redundant. It is mediocre. It is monotonous. But that's what has been constantly presented in front of you through television, program, friends and family. They all have kept it real for you. And that keeps you at a certain level and keeps you trapped into a reality. So when they say they're keeping it real, they're actually keeping you trapped within what they have codified and defined as reality. And they've boxed you into that And they're now going to take all of your experiences and perceive them in a way that locks you within the same reality. When I say keep it fake, I'm asking you to keep it unbelievable. To step off into the unbelievable, because fake means really not believable. But why would you want to achieve the unachievable and step into the unbelievable? Because if you only can exist within the realm of what is believable, then you are under the mind control or the ghost spell or the God spell of religion. Because you can believe in all those limitations. You can believe in that box, in that construct, in that paradigm. So if I present something to you that's unbelievable, I'm taking you beyond the religious dogmatism. I'm taking you beyond the paradigm that you've been forced into, that you would have to step outside of yourself to be able to embrace that another reality exists. So I'm actually presenting to you that which is unbelievable. So when you could begin to now maintain the unbelievable, which is considered the fake, then you will start to have an amazing life. You will start to have a very fantastic life. You will start to actually live your fantasies, which is unbelievable. Fake. You will start to experience something that nobody else would be able to believe, or no one can accept as a reality, period, or as a reality for you. They can't embrace that because what they have kept real is much more limited and much more boxed in than what you're manifesting. Now you're stepping off into the unbelievable. You want to achieve the impossible. You want to achieve the unbelievable. You want to step outside of the norm of how much you've been told that you can be, or what is possible for you, or what is achievable for anybody. You want to step outside of that and step into the realm of believable, of the unbelievable. And if you can maintain your journey and your course of action on the path of the unbelievable, then you will become that which is unbelievable, that which is beyond their God, beyond their religion, and beyond their construct. And anything that people who live in a construct that has been kept real for them, when they experience something outside of that, it's always going to be looked at as unbelievable or fake, because it doesn't fit within a construct that they understand. So they want to return back to the shallow level of mind that they find most comfortable with. And in that state of mind, it's easy to perceive what you're doing as unbelievable, or as being fake, or as being not real. And if you're open-minded and you're constantly entertaining them from the level of consciousness that they're coming from how they're locked into the consensus reality of what is possible, if you continue to entertain that, then they'll help you keep it real and lock you back into the box. This whole physical plane or physical reality is an illusion. And what you keep in real is actually fake, because this plane is beyond all of that. It's something that can be done that trumps or transcends anything that is being done. This is a very infinite realm where it's room for infinite manifestation and creation, unexhaustible creativity and unlimited potential. That's the realm that we live in now. All you see is all that has been kept real by minds who cannot entertain higher thoughts or conceive higher realities. They keep this shit real as you know it. You want to transcend that reality that they continue to keep real. But this plane has a way of trying to take all the new thoughts and new energies and new vibrations and lock them into what has already been kept real. It has a way. It's like you cut your grass and the grass grows over it. People have to deforest If they want a certain type of feng shui or certain aesthetics or a certain scenery, they have to cultivate it, because nature will grow up and cover that up. Nature will destroy it. So it's your job to keep it real. It's your job to keep the ideas and keep everything that you want on this plane. It's your job to keep it real. But in keeping it real, you're keeping it fake, because it is an artificial inception or an artificial insertion, something that you're inserting into this reality. It's artificial, what you're trying to create. It's the art of you becoming official in what you're implementing. You're making your visions and your thoughts official. And you've gotten to the art of making it official. That's why they call it art official. The art of your mind and consciousness is being made official in this reality. So you have to continue to maintain anything that you want to insert into this reality. Any vision, any idea, any dream, any thought, any plan, any blueprint, any architecture, anything you want has to be maintained. You have to maintain your paradise, preserve your paradise. It has to be maintained. So everything you see in society is being kept real for you, because if they didn't do the job of keeping it real, then nature would overtake it. Nature would destroy it and bring it into the void and nothingness. That's what nature does. It reconsumes and recycles everything into the nothingness, into what it is. So it's your job to keep it fake, to keep the fake stuff that you want to create maintained on this planet. It's your job to keep the ideas that you want to implement here. You have to do the work. You have to keep it fake. But in keeping it fake, keeping the fake, or keeping the artificial, or keeping what you're bringing to this earth there, it's going to take work for you. It's going to take mastery, because this plane is here to destroy whatever you're trying to present. It's here to override and overtake whatever you're presenting. So your job is to maintain that idea against the process that is constantly moving force. That is a constantly moving force on this planet. The force of nature wants to overtake whatever ideas you implement. So you have to maintain it. You have to keep it there. You have to maintain that thought and maintain that consciousness of what you want to bring to the earth. And you must be dominant and solid in what you want to bring forth here in maintaining that, because nature will overtake it. The nature of people's minds, the nature of consciousness. And now there are other consensus realities that don't want to die. They have masked themselves as truth, and they don't want to be dismantled. So when people are trying to keep it real for you, they're trying to keep you from creating another reality and venturing into another reality. And inserting another artificial idea, another paradise, another utopia, another grand scheme within your consciousness that you're trying to implement. The forces within this planet, the consciousnesses within this planet, is trying to keep what's already here real, that they've implemented, the artificial construct that they have created. So now there's a battle of artificial constructs of different minds trying to create different realities in the same dimension. Certain people trying to keep their illusions real, and here it is, you're here to implement your own. And your own is fighting against what they're trying to keep real. And that's the battle of what we call truths. And that's where the debate comes in. It's a battle between different realities that people are trying to create here. Those different realities collide. And that's what we call the battle of truth or truths. But there's a dominant consensus reality that maintains this matrix and maintains the limitations that you continue to see. We have a desire for something else, but we keep seeing the same things. Because something is keeping that real. Something is making that real. So you have to temporarily be fake, or temporarily be in the realm of the unbelievable, in the realm of the impossible or unlikely, or in the realm of imagination. You have to live there temporarily in order to give time as you continue to develop your ideas into becoming a new reality on this plane, to becoming the new reality. Because the only way change can happen on this earth is when new realities overtake and become dominant over the old realities. But the old realities live within the collective consciousness and within the consensus reality of the masses of people on this earth. So a new reality has to confront that old paradigm, and it has to survive, and it has to maintain and not be destroyed by the old paradigm. And it also must be maintained against the natural process of nature to become the dominant reality of all conceptions here. So it's going against nature, and it's also going against the consensus reality to bring about a new construct. So any idea that you have will appear to be fake to many, and it'll look fake when you first bring it. But the more you are able to keep it fake, the more real that it will become. The more it will become a reality. And they ask if life imitates art or art imitates life. Well, the process of something becoming a reality is when you, in your mind, come up with the art, and when life begins to imitate the art that's your consciousness, then that art becomes a reality. That's when it becomes art official or official art. And now you change the nature of this dimensional reality, and it becomes a new paradigm, a new consciousness. This becomes a new place. And then there's a new human consciousness. There's a new way of life, a new perspective. This part 1 on keeping it fake versus keeping it real, I just had to touch on that. And I'm going to come with some more videos in the series. That when you come with your new ideas, it's not going to be accepted as a reality. But if you can keep it fake long enough, if you can keep it artificially developing, eventually it will become the new reality of this planet. It will become your reality, and it will be manifested on this earth. And that's the new world order. And that's the social change that we want to implement on this planet. It will come out of that. If you want change, you have to stop keeping what is already here real, and be able to keep the fake or the new reality until it becomes real. Because what you consider fake is actually just, it's new. It's not backed up by anything that is here. The so-called truths don't verify the new reality that you're creating. It's unbelievable, but not impossible, but not unlikely, but just unbelievable, meaning that it's beyond what the mind of the consensus can fathom or conceptualize. But there is room and space for it to exist, as much as there's room and space for you and your consciousness to exist on this plane. This King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate and don't hate.